Hey guys, welcome to JavaScript from Introduction to Application. So today we'll be talking about numbers, how to manipulate numbers and work with numbers. So I have a stage kind of set up for you today with some styles, and let me show you what it looks like. So here, our result is going to be displayed here. All right, let's dive in. Well, we have a variable num, say 98, and we want to convert this to numbers. So let's have a result where we're going to be, doing num to string. So we call the method to string on num. So it converts that number to a string. And now we can display the results right here. So you won't see anything crazy here. It's still going to show just 98, but it's a string. So it's just 98. But one cool thing you can do with toString, it's actually, you can convert numbers to base numbers. So this one to string without any parameter gives you base 10, just show you the number the way it is. But if you want to convert this number to base 2, just put 2 here and save your result, save it and refresh your page. It converts 98 to base 2. So this is base 2 of 98. So you can pretty much convert to any base. Just put a number here and JavaScript does the work for you. Another method I would like to show you today is toFixed. So what that does is to convert your decimal number to a particular decimal place. So if I have 98.12345 and I want to convert this to kind of like a monetary value, so in money you only have like 2 decimal places. So if you want to convert this to 2 decimal places, what you need to do is just say num dot to fixed, and you put 2, the number of decimal places that you want, and save it, refresh, and you get your 98.12. Another method that works just like toFixed is precision. That's to precision. So, but what that does, instead of just these 2, if you put 2 here, it gives you 2 significant figures. So if I do to precision right here, and if I put 2 here, it's going to give me only 2 characters. But if I want 4 characters, I put 4 here. So that way I can have 98.12. So I'm going to refresh, and I get the same thing. But let's try with, say, 5. So that gives us 5 significant figures. Save it, and you run it. So that's how toPrecision works. Another method you can use to convert your number to a string is to exponential. So to exponential gives you your number in exponential form. Where you have here exponential, gives you the whatever exponential value it is. So most people don't use this, but if you find a need to use it, by all means, just go for it. So we have a to exponential, and we're not putting any parameter. So we save it and we refresh. So it gives us a number in exponential format. We have 9.8, then e raised to the power 1. A very common practice in the programming world is to convert string to a number. And you will see yourself doing this very often. So let me show you how to do that. Now let's have a variable called num_string. So that's going to be a number, but in kind of like in a string. So we have this. So now this is a string. And if you want to convert this to a number, what you need to do, we have num, and you can do number, then put a num_string in it. So number converts whatever string you put in here to a number, if that's possible. If you put some gibberish here, you're not going to get a number. So let's see what we get. So I'm going to assign num to results. So we're getting the same number back. Well, another method you can use is parseInt. So parseInt actually takes things a little further than number. So if you think your number is not well formed and you think maybe they might have something like a in your number, you can just use parseInt, and this will try as much as possible to get a number out of this. and return the number to you. So let's see how this works using parse int. We save and we get 98. And don't forget, parse int does integer. It gives you an integer, so it strips out all the decimal places. It gives you just the whole number. But if you want to retain your decimal places, you want all the decimal places, then you use parse float. So because this is like a floating number, parse float gives you everything here. Remove the gibberish and give you the real number. Now save it, refresh your screen. See, we have all the decimal places. Remember, if all you want is just a whole number, you want just the integer is the whole number, you use parse int. If you want the decimal places as well, use parse float. But be careful while you're converting string to number, because not everything can be parsed into a number. Not every string can be parsed. So if you have something like this and you're trying to convert it into a number, you do this, trying to convert it to an integer, and let's see what we get. You refresh, you have NaN. NaN means not a number. That is, what you get is not a number. So I guess you're wondering, why do you need to convert a number to a string, or why do you need to convert a string to a number? Well, I want to show you a very quick example, the point of converting, number to string. So let's have a number. I'm going to say num string 1, which is going to be 5. And I'm going to have num string 2, which is going to be 6. Don't forget, these two are strings. This is 5 in quote is string, and this is also a string. And now let's try to add this number. Let's call it var add is equal to num string 1 plus num string 2. So we add them, the result, we put it in the result here, add, and we display it. And let's see what we get. You see what we get? We get 56. So it's not doing the addition for us. It's not doing the mathematical addition. It's actually adding them, appending them to each other. 5, then 6. That's what it did. But if you really want to do your mathematical formula, you want 5 to be added to 6, mathematically, what you need to do is convert this into numbers. So now let's say we have num1, which is going to be, let's parse, because we have an integer, so we'll parse num string 1, and we do var num2, and we do parse int num string 2. So we parse, that means we convert the string to number here, and we do the same thing for num string 2. Now instead of adding num string 1 and num string 2, we're going to add num1 and num2. And the results we put in the result, and we display it. And let's see what we get. We get 11. So that's one of the reasons why you need to convert your string to a number. If you want to do some mathematical operations, you need to do that. This brings us to the end of lesson 3. Thanks a lot for watching, and I hope to see you around for lesson 4. In lesson 4, we'll be talking about date and how to work with date.